Yeah, okay, all right, let's get the energy up and up and up. Please welcome to the stage, Quentin Flores Cabrioli.
Hello. So there was this thing I read on the internet. I think it's just better if I just read it out. So, often seen as the most useless bird on the planet, the kakapoo can't fly and can barely walk. To attract females, the male will dig a hole and sit in it, shouting loudly at any female passing by. Rarely does this work, so it waddles off and finds a rock and humps that instead. There you go, just to set the mood. So, thank you. All right. It's a comedy show, I know, you know. So I was in Prague in July to do comedy, and I slept in a youth hostel because I'm a poor comedian. You probably think I'm a rich comedian because this is actually from Uniqlo. 80 euros. Yeah, so I slept in a dorm, and it was a big one. It was 36 beds. Yeah, I know. Bunk beds. And when I saw the bunk beds, it reminded me of an image I saw in an old documentary about Auschwitz. And when you were walking through the corridor, all the beds, you know, like the people on the beds, the feet were pointed towards the corridor. So it smelled of feet. And I know, like, Auschwitz, what happened there is absolutely not okay. It's horrendous, it's horrible. And then I thought, imagine all those poor people there in the camps. Imagine after a long day of, I don't know, 15 hours of work, malnutrition, and then you had to go back to the dorm, and then all those feet smell. Yeah, so that's what I thought about that. All right, I heard there was a meeting of the far left party here before, so I had to think about Karl Marx. So I had to think about Karl Marx. Karl Marx, yeah, do you know Karl Marx?
Yeah.
Was the first Marxist?
Yeah.
That's my best joke of the night, by the way. Anyways, my afternoon started badly. I'm a tour guide, and I hate people. So, and there was a woman on my tour, and so that's who I started the Grand Place, and they were setting up a beer festival. And like every tent has like a little Belgian flag on top, and the woman comes up to me, she says, why are there Spanish flags on the tents of the beer festival? And I said, it's a Belgian beer festival, why would there be any Spanish flag? She says, yeah, but it looks like the and I said, no, it doesn't look like the Spanish flag. And then she says, oh yeah, because of the crest. And I said, also the colors are like vertically, not horizontally, and they're missing the color black. So that ruined my afternoon. You know when they say in comedy, always start with your best material, right? I always say, start. That's for all the intellectuals out there. All right. You know when comedians say true story? True story. What does that mean? Like we don't know if it's a true story. We cannot fact check. So stop doing that. The other day I had a Chinese fellow on my tour, friendly bloke, was nice. After the tour he comes closer to me, you know, to ask me maybe some recommendations. And I look at his face, and then I noticed he had one very long beard hair. It was like 7 centimeters. And then when I saw that, I couldn't unsee it anymore. So that ruined the tour. Yeah, life works in mysterious ways. I saw the most depressive Tinder bio ever. It read, "Catch me at the gym at 6, in bed by 10." I think like all those alpha king boys, gym guys, gym rats, I think if they would spend more time on working on their trauma and you know, like introspection, the world would be a better place. I saw another super liked girl most on Tinder, and then I saw she had a tattoo here on her chest and it said Wanderlust. Wow, dodged a bullet there. No? Okay. Alright. Now I have to flip this. How are you doing out there? You still happy? Okay. Who's single? Make some noise. Yeah, isn't that great? I had a few dates this year, and they started really well, and then I was ghosted, and then I don't understand, and I will talk about that later. But also for me, it's very hard to find someone I can really connect with. I mean, how hard can it be to find like an intelligent, good-looking, fashionable, up to speed with geopolitics, the war in Ukraine, museum lover, into culture and opera, obscure comedy fan, alternative 80s new wave loving, Arsenal Football Club loving person. How can it mean to find someone like that? Yeah, I fucked that up, fuck. It's a good joke though, but anyways. Alright, let's do some easier material. I do understand I'm talking slower because I still have 7 minutes and I thought. Alright, very small, very short break. I was in Czech Republic in July. I was there for a comedy. And because I'm a poor comedian, I had to sleep in the dorm. And it was a big dorm. No, I'm joking. No, I like okay. Let's be serious now, Quentin. So, I do understand the concept of perfume, right? I do understand the concept of fragrance. I do understand the concept of scent. I do not grasp eau de toilette. Why would you like any eau that comes from that place? Why would you be like, oh, wow, this thing was so good on you. What is it? What? It's probably French people, I don't know. Also, about dogs, I don't hate dogs. What I do not like are those dog people, you know, those obnoxious dog-loving people, you know them. And then like they come up to you and they start petting the dog, you know, like they're petting the dog and then they do the silly voices. Like talking to your dog like a disabled child? And I'm like, that's my adult imaginary dog. Why would you, like, why am I not getting any love? Why am I not caressed? You know, I am the reason that the dog is out here. I need love too. I need to be held and cuddles and all that. So, okay, 4 minutes, I think I'll make it. It's all very new, so sorry if it's a bit all over the place. Normally I'm very good. But yeah, it's new. I've been rusty, but okay, let's, this is a true story. My sister was at my apartment the other day and she said, yeah, Quinten, your apartment is a bit messy. And I'm like, it's not that bad. And she says, Quinten, listen. Women today have to deal with man-children, men that never go to therapy, they don't work on their problems, they go to the gym to forget and sweat, and they don't grow as a person, there is no introspection, they're not in touch with their feminine side. And I'm like, Mona, I know that, obviously. And I'm at Mona, this is the name of my sister, I said, I know all of that, and I feel the struggle of women nowadays. And listen, if I am ever in a relationship again, first of all, it must be a balanced relationship, because that's how it works, and I will give her all the love that she deserves, and I will support her in her goals, and I would listen and help when there is an obstacle in the way, and I will give her the time and space if she needs time and space. So I'm like, Mona, if you get all of that, you don't care that my curtains are made out of cardboard boxes. Thank you very much. That was my time. Cheers.